One pact, two of the foreign policy minds in India read it. One says it proves that the Muslim world is weaker than it looks. The other says it proves the opposite, that these countries are playing a smarter game than anyone's giving them credit for. Both can't be right, या शायद दोनों ही सही है. आज हम दोनों पढ़ेंगे और खुद डिसाइड करेंगे. In 1956 Suez Crisis, a Pakistan PM says 0 plus 0 plus 0 still amounts to 0. Arab unity on paper doesn't mean Arabs' power in practice. 70 years later, that one sentence is still the test every reading of this pact has to pass. So, lens 1. This is its weakness, reading from C. Raja Mohan, Indian Express. The Mecca Agreement's core clause, an attack on one of the three is treated as an attack on all. On paper, a real alliance. But look at why it happened. Saudi Arabia isn't fully sure it can rely on the US anymore, especially under Trump's unpredictable foreign policy. This isn't Riyadh going independent from Washington, it's Saudi Arabia quietly building a backup plan. And Turkey Saudi ties aren't warm either. They've clashed over the Khashoggi killing and over who actually leads the Muslim world. ये दोस्ती नहीं, ये एक tactical handshake है. This isn't the first attempt at the Muslim world unity either, and every single one before this has failed. Egypt and Syria tried to merge into one state in 1958, gone in 3 years. The GCC, the Gulf Zone Club, fractured during 2017 Qatar blockade, members turning on to each other. Shared religion has never been enough. Real alliances need shared threat assessment and the will to actually fight for each other. Take Pakistan. In 2015, Saudi Arabia asked for the troops in Yemen. Pakistan's own parliament said no. The editorial doesn't even call Pakistan a partner, it calls it a hired sword. And while the Arab world talks about the unity, three non Arab powers, Israel, Turkey, Iran, have quietly built the real strength. Arab's weakness is creating a vacuum while someone else is filling it. Now, Lens 2, a completely different columnist from The Hindu with a completely different perspective. अब वही पैक्ट लेकिन दूसरा कॉलमनिस्ट बिल्कुल उल्टा कहते हैं. Rewind to 2019, drones and missiles hit Saudi Arabia's largest oil facility. Half the kingdom's oil production gone overnight. Saudi Arabia looks at its biggest ally, the US, for a response. Washington here doesn't send in the military, it sends in an investigation team. That one moment. This editorial argues, isn't it a proof of weakness? It's the smartest thing Saudi could learn. Don't put all your security in one basket. This editorial has a name for it, strategic hedging. Not abandoning your main protector, just refusing to depend only on one. Saudi still buys American weapons, still trains with the US. It simply opened a few backup accounts. आप अपनी सारी accounts एक ही बैंक में नहीं रखते हो ना. Look at what each side actually brings. Saudi Arabia has money, oil, power, and the prestige of controlling Mecca and Medina. Turkey has a big military and a growing defense industry. Pakistan has a battle tested army and nuclear weapons. Alone, none of them has everything. Together, each one covers what the other two are missing. For Saudi, it's deterrence, raise the cost of attacking, and fewer people try. अटैक रोकना नहीं, अटैक इतना महंगा बना देना है कि कोई सोचेगा ही नहीं. For Turkey, it's strategic autonomy. Erdogan wants Ankara mattering in the Gulf, in Central Asia, across the wider Muslim world, plus a fresh market for Turkish drones and missiles. For Pakistan, उसको अब नाम चाहिए, prominence चाहिए. So rather than just being a hired sword. And here's the line that should genuinely surprise you. This editorial argues Israel may be more worried about this pact than the US is. No formal command structure needed, just the possibility of these three coordinating changes Israel's calculation. Even Washington faces a quiet irony. It spent years pushing partners to build their own defense capacity. Now that they have, the US has less say over what they do with it. So, एक पैक्ट दो बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट रीडिंग्स दोनों इक्वली कन्विंसिंग. अगर ये क्लैश आपको भी इंटरेस्टिंग लगा, चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. अब देखते हैं इंडिया किस रीडिंग पे भरोसा करे. Lens one's case, India has huge stakes in Gulf energy, diaspora, trade routes, but has stayed a passive economic partner, never a security one. It calls India the big tree that gives no shade. Gulf countries want more partners now, not just one that's India's opening. Lens two's case is sharper. Be careful. Turkey has consistently backed Pakistan on Kashmir and supplied its weapons against India. A stronger Turkey Pakistan relationship gives Islamabad more room to maneuver diplomatically. But don't overreact either. Saudi has massive interests in India and a little appetite for letting this pact become a weapon in India Pakistan dispute. So, which lens wins? Neither entirely, both editorials land on most the same instruction from opposite starting points. India should engage more but commit to none. That's multi alignment, the actual takeaway hiding underneath this disagreement.
सेम इशू, टू पैरेलल कंक्लूजन्स. यही है असली एडिटोरियल रीडिंग. सिर्फ एक ओपिनियन लेना नहीं, दोनों साइड देके अपना नज़रिया बनाना. अगला एडिटोरियल कल सेम टाइम मिलते हैं.